Okay, so this is what I'm driving now. I sold the other Mustang. I've got this one. And well, I've had it, this is the 4th day I've had it on the road. And you can see all these little chips in the paint. The paint job is pretty bad. But I don't think I've got any money tied up in it. But let's see, I started out with a 93 Jaguar XJS that my brother gave me because he was sick of it always breaking down, and he bought another car and he decided he would just give me that Jaguar because nobody really wanted it. So I took it home and it broke down as soon as I got it home, and it cost me $300 to get it fixed. And I got home from there, it broke down again. The ABS quit working, so I parked it out back and just forgot about it because I had $300 tied up in it and I didn't really want it. So this guy came by that wanted to buy it, and I was willing to sell, but then he didn't have any money and he wanted to trade me another car for it, and that was a 1959 Ford Ranchero, which sounded great, but when I got the car, there wasn't a single panel that it wasn't dented or rusted, wasn't a single piece of chrome trim on it that wasn't dinged, and it didn't run very good. But I didn't have that very long because this guy came along and he wanted the Ranchero, and he was willing to trade me a 4-wheel drive Chevy pickup truck. So I took the truck, gave him the Ranchero, and then the truck started breaking down on me every time I took it out. So I parked it and put a for sale sign on it, and this guy came along, wanted to trade even. So I guess I've got $300 tied up in this thing. Anyway, like I said, yesterday was the 3rd day I had it on the road. I took it to a cruise in Bridgeton, which is, I don't know, 15 miles. And it overheated. And it turned out the electric fan wasn't working. It has sort of a thermac that keeps popping out, but it never worked anyways. This thing's supposed to pick up the temperature here off of the radiator and run into this control box, which is supposed to turn on the fan when it gets hot. That didn't work, so it was running pretty hot by the time I got over there. So I got a wire and I hooked it up like that. And I filled it up with coolant and drove it home. But now I can't do that every time I go for a ride, open the hood and hook that up, and then when I get where I'm going, open the hood and disconnect it. So I thought the thing to do would be to wire this into the ignition, so every time I turn the car on, the fan goes on. Sounds like a good idea. I gotta take it apart and see if I can find the wire that feeds the ignition and hook into that. So I'll shut this off for a while until I figure it out. Okay, so anyways, I was hoping I could pull a plug, but there is no plug. So what I'm gonna have to do, I guess, is get this piece of crap off of here and hold on, let me see if I can find a place to put this camera. Well, let's stay there now. It won't stay there. How about that? Hey, that works. I don't know if you can see, but if I cut this cover off of this wire, what a good that did me, huh? I'm gonna do some more cutting. What the hell? Let me go find some smaller. Okay, so I don't know. Can you see that? I got these coils off here now. I finally got the wires exposed. So one of those has to be live when you turn the ignition on. So I'm going to find out which one it is with these. These are wire strippers. And I'll hook into the biggest one. Oh, that wasn't any good. It cut all the way through. Well, as long as it's going to do that, I might as well see if I got the right wire. Fuel pump making that noise. Electric fuel pump. What the hell? That wire. No, that ain't it. Nope, I screwed up. That wire is not the live feed. Okay, so I screwed up, and I was thinking, why not just, instead of hooking to the ignition, why not hook right to the fuel pump? Because the fuel pump keeps going as soon as you turn on the ignition. So if that's working, it should be able to power the fan. So that's what I guess I'll do. I'll find a longer piece of wire and do some splicing. Did I mention the guy that traded me the Ranchero wasn't happy with his Jaguar? He wanted me to take it back, and I told him no. He called the cops on me. He thought the cops, he's from New Hampshire, he thought the New Hampshire cops were going to make me, I live in Maine, he ain't going to make me give him back the car. And not that it was any good. So the guy used to own a dealership where he sold brand new Dodges and Plymouths, Roadrunners and Chargers and stuff like that. You would think he'd understand buyer's remorse, because I'm sure he's run into it before. Anyways, he left a nasty note in my car. I didn't read it. I opened it up and saw it was from him. Then he called and said, "Did you get my note?" And I says, "Yeah, I got it, but I didn't read it." He says, "Well, why didn't you read it?" I says, "I'm waiting until I read your obituary first, and then I'll read the notice, just so I'll have a good laugh." And he hung up on me, and that was the last I heard of him. Yeah, so anyways, I guess what I got to do now is find some wire, hook into that red wire, and everything will be cool, except that I'm not sure where to run the wire. Don't want it to get tangled up in the fan. Maybe I'll just tape it to this. This was hooked to the spring thingy. So I'll wire that up and run that red wire over there, and maybe over the top of the power steering hose. I don't know. I'm beginning to see a pattern emerge here, and everything I trade for breaks down almost instantly. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Thank God I still got that Subaru out there I can drive. Okay, so my GoPro 10 screwed up, and I had to go in now with some work on it. And now I'm back, and so I did. I put a spade terminal on this. There goes my soldering gun. Let me put this here. Plug this in here, and I can put some tape right here, and Well, that didn't work. Let's throw that away. And I'll put tape right here. And well, shit, that ain't working either. I guess I need longer tape to go around there more than once. So that let go. We'll try this with enough tape to go around and tape to itself. That should hold it. And oh, great, these things won't even cut the wire. Don't know why they're called wire cutters. They're actually called dikes, which could be an insult to lesbians. So just want to apologize to any lesbians out there that I didn't mean to insult you with the comment about dikes. While I was in there working on the camera, had a couple of beers. I quit drinking 3 or 4 months ago, but I'm back. Okay, so what's next? I've got this connector type thing here, and put this here, and screwdriver. Yes, I got a screwdriver. There it is. And orange goes here. And I need some pliers. I don't have them. Sorry about the dead air, but it took a while to find a pair of pliers. And put that in. That goes in there. And pliers. Now when I turn on the key, the fan should start. The fan. There's nothing coming out of it. What the hell? Okay, so I kind of forgot to mention that I had to spend about $400 on that Ranchero to put a windshield in it, and probably another $300 on the pickup truck, because what do you call it? The tie rods let go, and I had to replace both sides plus the center link, and geez. So I figured I probably got about $1,000 in this car, not $300. So I know the carburetor costs $450. So so that's basically how you hook up a fan that doesn't work. And normally they go to some kind of a sensor that screws into the block and takes the temperature of the water. But this thing here is supposed to take the temperature of the radiator, and it doesn't seem to be working. So let me put the air filter back on and call it a day. Okay, she's ready to go. The air filter has been rubbing somewhere on this, right here and here. It's been rubbing on there, and I don't know if you can see at the back of it, been rubbing on that spot. So I've got to get a thinner air filter so those are close without hitting the hood. But I guess I'm about done. Gotta put this stuff away. I've been getting a lot of views lately, so that's why I thought this might be interesting. And a lot of subscribers, and I want to say thanks to all of them. And my box of electrical tools. And please like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And maybe we can get to 1,000, and they'll get me some beer money, and I can start drinking again.